What VRAM is best for a gaming GPU purchase? Imagine playing your favorite game and noticing how smooth the graphics look or how quickly textures load. That's often thanks to the VRAM inside your graphics card. VRAM, or Video Random Access Memory, is like the short-term memory for your graphics card. It stores textures, frame buffers, and other visual data that your GPU needs to display images on your screen. The amount of VRAM you need depends on what kind of gaming you do and the resolution you play at. Starting with 4 GB of VRAM, it's the minimum for modern gaming. But many newer titles with high-resolution textures or ray tracing features can push that limit quickly. 6 GB of VRAM is better but might struggle with demanding games at higher resolutions like 1440p or with ray tracing turned on. For most gamers today, 8 GB or more is a good starting point. It balances well for 1080p gaming with high settings and also works smoothly at 1440p. If you want to play at higher resolutions, like 1440p with high refresh rates or for degrees Kelvin, then 12 to 16 GB of VRAM is ideal. Many mid-range and high-end graphics cards now come with 12 or 16 GB, which helps keep performance steady in games with lots of textures or ray tracing effects. Keep in mind, for gaming alone, 16 GB of VRAM is usually enough for most current titles at 4 degrees Kelvin. Beyond gaming, having more VRAM can help if you also do content creation or use AI applications on your PC. But for pure gaming, 32 GB or more is overkill. It's mainly useful if you're combining gaming with other heavy tasks. Looking at practical advice, at 1080p resolution, 8 GB of VRAM is enough for most games. But if you play newer titles with high textures or ray tracing, 12 GB can give you a smoother experience. At 1440p, 12 to 16 GB are recommended to avoid performance dips caused by VRAM limits. For degrees Kelvin gaming, 16 GB or more is the way to go, especially if you want to use high-quality textures and ray tracing features. Features like NVIDIA's deep learning super sampling can help reduce VRAM demands by rendering at lower resolutions and upscaling the image. This can make GPUs with less VRAM perform better in demanding games. Also, as new games come out, they tend to requiring more VRAM, so choosing a GPU with extra memory can make your system more future-proof. In the end, if you're aiming for smooth gameplay at 1080p or 1440p with high settings, 8 to 16 GB of VRAM is your best bet. For degrees Kelvin gaming, or if you want to push the limits with ray tracing, 16 GB or more is recommended. Remember, VRAM size is just one part of your graphics card's overall performance. Other factors like core count, clock speed, and support for upscaling technologies also matter for a great gaming experience.